Hey guys, it's Toya from Solitude Health, and I just want to take a few minutes to introduce to you Tea Divina's Detox Tea. Thank you for stopping by, and I appreciate your time, and I hope you find something interesting today. So, the first thing we want to talk about is who should detox. And if you ask me, everyone should detox. And let's keep in mind, detox is not necessarily about a weight loss situation. Detox is just getting your body back to normal so that it can function optimally. Once we get enough junk built up in our systems, our bodies don't do what they're supposed to the way they're supposed to. And then we start to turn to medications, which in turn don't function like they should because the body's already full of so much junk. But we'll get into that as we go. With the busy schedules of today, we have become dependent on prepackaged foods that allow us to heat and eat, or we depend on the type of food that can be handed to us through a window. I mean, if you think about it, how many people do you know that really prepare a full course meal, a healthy meal, every night of the week? And trust me, I understand. I love pizza. I love pizza and soda. So right now, for me, whenever we go anywhere, I want to have a Coke. I want to have root beer. But I try to settle for the lemonade or I just have the water. And on top of that, I'm sure you've seen Facebook videos or YouTube videos of documentation of what the food is or isn't made out of at different fast food restaurants, or what's in the food that you're buying at the grocery store. You've had to see some of these gross videos where people have cooked food and it's still got things living in it after it's been cooked. But those things are not healthy. We don't know what's in our food these days. So we have to be a lot more careful. So when you talk about food, you have to understand what your body understands as food. And our bodies understand food to be fruit and vegetable, not necessarily meat. Now, definitely our bodies don't recognize a lot of the manufactured foods because they've all been modified some sort of way. They've been plumped, or this has been added, or the animals have been fed certain types of things to make them more meaty or whatever. But they're not just what they were when they got started. And what you have to understand is your body takes in that stuff, and it's almost like as if you ate plastic. Your body says, okay, this is food and nutrients. We can use that right away. This is stuff we don't need. We can push it all the way out. So it's one or the other. So when you get to that stuff that's not fuel and it's not nutrients that the body wants to use or the body recognizes as food, it becomes one of two things. So on the left side here, you see what's basically a pound of fat. And then on the other side is waste, which I didn't think you wanted to see a picture of, so I didn't put that up there. But trust me, they're up there. But you get both of these and they sit in your body. Yes, and I think most people think when you think about waste, you think about your bowels, you think about your colon. But that's not just where waste will sit. If you've ever been to a massage therapist, one of the things we used to tell people after they had a massage was to drink plenty of water to flush out toxins. And while technically true, very few people actually experience the symptoms of feeling nausea or something like that because the massage has, broken down those things and helped circulate them out. But the fact is, those things sit in your cells individually, not just in your stomach or in your hips or in your thighs. When you think about fat, you're talking about waste that's just sitting in your body altogether. So what does that have to do with the Tea Divina Detox Tea? Well, once your body's used and when you start exercising, you can burn that fat off. But that waste, you can't burn off. And if your body hasn't already expelled it, it just sits there. And how many people do you know and they have thin body, they have thin arms, and they have thin legs, but they have pot belly? There's a good chance the pot belly is just from junk built up in their guts. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not a doctor. I wouldn't be able to prove it, but there's a possibility. That's the problem. There's just junk in the guts that you need to get out. So you have to understand there's a certain amount of the stuff that you eat that's not fuel and it's not fat that just hangs around in your body, even on a cellular level. So Tea Divina comes in and that's what it does. It helps you get rid of all that stuff. Tea Divina is Vita Divina's original detox tea Formulated and patented by Dr. Esther Ramos. It's all natural tea. And when we mean all natural, it's so gentle you can drink it every day. In fact, a lot of people do. They drink it all day, every day, along with their water. So it detoxes the body. And one of those side effects, if you will, is weight loss. But let's keep going. So it's certified organic and all natural, cleans the colon, improves the digestion, provides essential enzymes, helps to eliminate that obesity because again, once you get some of that stuff out, now the body can process better and do what it's supposed to. And also, not only is it going to help detox and clean out your colon and your bowels, once it starts to detox you cellularly, it will clean out liver and lungs, kidneys, all of these things. So you can say goodbye to things like tapeworms and ringworms, and you can say goodbye to candida if you have that, where it could be either. And I don't mean to be graphic, but some people have it orally and some people have it elsewhere if you take my meeting. So if you think about it, and when your cells are functioning and they're healthy, they let in nutrients, they use what they need, they let out the waste. But when you have junk build up into your cells, they don't function. So they don't process like they should. And then that waste isn't being released like it should. So your body just stick it in here and we'll hold it. And it becomes storage. Now you think about your garage. If you just kept putting stuff in, the stuff you don't know what to do with in the garage, eventually there's no more room, right? So you can't do that to your body. So if you suffer from any of these things on the screen, and even there are so many other things, it's a possibility that you have a digestive issue if it's something that occurs all the time. Now, I myself, after my second child was born, I became lactose intolerant thanks to my youngest. But with the tea, I now can drink milk. I can have ice cream and all that stuff. And I don't have to worry about, gas or upset stomach and that kind of thing, which I think is great because I love milk and I love ice cream. But that is personally one of the best effects for me. Despite weight loss or any kind of stuff, I can now eat ice cream. So, hey, that's a bonus for me, right? So what's in Theta Divina? And we're going to go through these and, if you want to stop and look directly. But I just want you to pay attention to the things that these different ingredients do on their own, but they're all in this tea. So first we have ginger that, relieves gas, improves circulation, helps with morning sickness, and even reduces arthritic inflammation. So that has nothing to do with detox, does it? But those are things that ginger can do. Now we use persimmon leaves also. That's a second ingredient. And as you can see on the screen, healthy digestion, allergy relief, great source of vitamin C. And holy thistle, again, digestion, strengthens your immunity, supports liver and gallbladder health. The malva leaves helps with asthma and bronchitis. They use to treat gallstones and kidney stones. And again, anti-inflammatory. Again, nothing that has to do necessarily with detox. Blessed thistle. This is another thistle. Cleans your liver and your bloodstream, reduces inflammation, improves memory. Now, I can speak to that. My mother also drinks the tea, and she is 100% sure that since she began drinking the tea, her memory has gotten a lot better. She had been for quite a few years on thyroid medications and all these different things that she doesn't have to take anymore. But once she started drinking the tea, and it was able to, again, cellularly detox in her body and her brain, let's not forget that, then now she can remember things better versus all the little notes she used to have to leave herself. And she no longer has to do that as often. Papaya. Now, that's a great fruit, and a lot of people like it because it tastes good. It looks great on the table. But look at some of the things that papaya has the ability to help with. Boost your immune system, supporting weight loss, easing menstrual pain. Come on, ladies. Promotes hair growth, improves digestion, and the seeds are known to kill parasites. Again, a lot of this is stuff that you can research for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. Find out for yourself. Chamomile. Now, everybody knows about chamomile, but we think about chamomile when we think about the elderly, when we think about when we're ill, or when we think about when we need to relax. But that's not all chamomile has to offer. You look at that, not just, we put improved sleep down at the bottom, but it's good for when you have an upset stomach. It boosts your immune system and even helps with your allergies. And myrrh. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, myrrh is not just in the Bible. It is an active ingredient in our tea. And look at all the anti things it does. All the anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-glycic, antifungal, antiseptic, and this is an astringent. And again, going back to your liver. And what about regulation of your blood sugar levels? And then here's our two greatest ones. These are considered superfoods in and of themselves. Chaga, high antioxidant levels, and they control free radicals. And for anyone that has gone through a battle with cancer or a survivor of cancer, you've had a loved one, then you're familiar with those words. It helps to stimulate and regulate your immune system and reduce inflammation. And again, we're back to that cholesterol levels and blood pressures. And chaga, you can get, that's something you can look up for yourself. And this is Gano. And Gano and chaga kind of work together. So they are two mushrooms that are more and more being prescribed as something for cancer patients to use. We actually had a representative who was so excited because her mother was going through cancer treatment, and when she looked on the list of supplements that the doctor wanted her to be taking, Ghana was one of them. So, we thought that was very awesome. Again, things you can find out for yourself. So I don't want you to take my word for it on any of these things. I want you to just take a look at what some of these other people have had to say about the tea. So this is LaShonda, and she wasn't looking for weight loss. She just wanted to clean her system out after being on medication for so long. And then 24 hours, she lost 4 pounds. And again, that's not 4 pounds that's going to come back, provided she's changed her eating habits. And does that mean you'll never get to eat a pizza, or never get to have a cheeseburger, or you have to stay away from McDonald's? I personally don't think so. But if you don't want to continue to stay in that position, you got to stop putting plastic in your body. You got to stop putting junk in your body, right? So just that, 24 hours, 4 pounds of junk that her body can't use one way or the other, gone. That doesn't come back. And here's Kimberly. And you can see her results. She went down from 188 to 166 in a 24-hour period without dieting or any of those things. And this is our fourth one here. She started out at 247 and went down in 3 days to 244. And here's one of the most excited people I've ever seen. She's 11 pounds in 7 days. And again, it's not you're not starving your body. You have to eat with this. You take it, you drink it with your meals. So you can't starve yourself. You still have to continue to eat. There's no starvation involved in this, but it's going through and it's breaking down all that junk that's sitting in your bowels and in your colon and in your body and getting rid of it. So understand this. Divina detox tea is so much more than a detox tea. I have a friend who has rheumatoid arthritis in her knees. And when she began to drink the tea, it relieved her of that pain so much so that she was able to go back to the gym and body pump and grit and all this stuff that they do at the gym that she goes to. She's doing all that stuff and back the way she it was before she started having the inflammation. Her husband is a diabetic, and with the tea, he was able to come off his second dose during the day. And I think that's great. You may not, and I'm not saying that that'll happen for everybody, but those are personal experiences that I've seen for myself. So I want you to understand it's not just a detox tea. The ingredients in this tea do so many other things. I would encourage you to make a purchase and see what it does for you and share that with us. You can find the tea and so many other products that we have, and most of them have chaga and gano in them, which are just amazing. And you can buy and purchase those at solitudehealth.com. I look forward to seeing you again.